Hello, young knockouts. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while. I don't know how many days it's been, but obviously it's been a while because the last time y'all saw me was my birthday. So I kind of want to do how they do Vlogmas. I don't know if I'm going to try and coin the term SEMAS, like S-E-A, TAC, M-A-S. Bear with me because the other one sounded really musty. I tried Chris Navy or Navy Mus. That sounded kind of musty, right? Like, okay. I'm gonna do some small videos because I feel like since I'm underway, it will make a little bit more sense. It might not, but when you come out of boot camp, you'll understand. Okay, so you remember my first video where I did the coffin rack? To see, obviously I'm in my cube where other people sleep. The things that you should bring with you, because a lot of people like me on my ship, because we are going through underways. I'll tell you what underway is in a little bit. We don't have barracks. Like all the new sailors, we didn't get barracks because we're going to the shipyard soon. So it's not, we're a priority when we come back, but currently we don't have them. So when you come from boot camp, well, when you come from A school, I would recommend you buy a sleeping bag. Sleeping bag. Oh, you can't see that. Sleeping bag. And then also like your own blanket and stuff. This is my rack because I'm at the bottom. So of course I have Justice League pillow, and then I have blankets here, and I also have a onesie. And then you can put your shoes up there, or boots up here, whatever. And then of course we have our, so what we wear when we're underway is our coveralls. So people will have coveralls here on their rack, and this is a weather deck jacket for only use on the ship, for when it gets cold outside and you're on watch. Let me see what I was gonna say. Okay, so I would buy a sleeping bag because when you're not in your rack, it'll be rolled up. So when you do get in your rack, you will unroll it, of course, and then you would get in. It's just easier, and to put so every time you leave your rack, you have to make sure your rack is made. This is considered being made. So you would have like your laundry bag, like if you did laundry, you would put it up there until like you got back, and then you would be able to fold your clothes. And then there's a towel rack in here also. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a towel rack in here, so you put your towel on. Or you can have like your robe out, but you'll put it on yours. This is mine, but obviously people, cleaned up and stuff, so they'll put it over and move it over. I'll move that back. What I'm saying. Okay, snacks to bring. If you're trying to do healthy eating, it's just kind of hard. I bought like applesauce and like the squeezies that like children eat, just because it's a lot healthier and it's a quicker way. So when you get off watch, you're tired, you can study, or you can work out, or you could go hang out. So like I bought like applesauces, noodles, things that you can eat really quickly, and that since you're going to sleep afterwards, won't be heavy on your stomach, versus just going down to the mess decks and eating, and then that's how people gain weight. What else? Okay, so you also get a coverall. The one that you get from boot camp, keep that, because they'll more so tell you to work in that. So you could be painting if you're in the deck department like me. You don't throw it away. A lot of the stuff that you get from boot camp, you will throw away, but that's good to just keep that. What was I about to say? talked about food. Oh, there's a lot of studying that you have to do also. Like when you go to boot camp, when you go to A school, there's things called PQSs where you have to just get, like when I was in A school, you had to have like 3 different, you have to pass your PQS test, was basically like just things you need to know and get qualified. That's how you are able to get to, how you are able to wear. So you go from wearing your regular to your end-ups, and then when you take your PQS, you can take your PQS, and then you'll be able to go into civilian clothes. And then when after civilian clothes, then you'll be able to get like, you can leave for 24 hours or something like that. It's different when you're on the ship. The PQS is so that you're qualified, and just in case something happens, or you can check out certain things. It's good to get those out the way. They're called your basic walls, and I'm in DC right now, so that's like to help be very preventative. So just in case like I go on deployment with a ship or something like that, a fire breaks out, I'm qualified to help the DC people, my DC shipmates. I'll be able to help them versus going where everyone else is going. I mean, of course you can still help, but you'll know where things are at. You'll know where AFFF is, or you'll know how to stop a fire, or what to use. What else was I gonna say? Oh, they give you a cash card, because on the ship you can't use you can't use real money. They use a thing called a cash card, which is basically like a credit card with a debit card with money that you already put on it. So you'll transfer from your bank account to the cash card, and then you can use it in the ship store, or you can use it at the vending machine. The vending machines have like Monsters in them, or sodas, or chips, or a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Whatever you like is there. Mestex, of course, is free. That's where we get our food at. It's weird because the Mestex are also called a galley. You'll learn that in boot camp. They will tell you that the Mestex are called a galley because if something happened, a casualty happens, the Mestex, the galley, was where people would do surgery or help an injured person out. I'm trying to think what else. Also, I'm going to try and work on my basic walls, and also you can take an East walls, which will be depending on what department you're in, surface or air department. They have special pins. On our ship, if you have the surface warfare pin, you can get special barracks, where it's basically kind of like an apartment, but you don't share it with another person. You basically have like one side of the apartment, and then they have the other side, and then y'all just share the common. And I think it's the living room and the kitchen, and it's a full kitchen. Until next time, I will think of some other things. I will try to do this seamless for the last part of the month.